whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
Count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And I know that.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I ain't gonna with nobody.
During an astonishing broadcast that set the sports world on fire, Stephen A. Smith threw caution to the wind and savaged Floyd Mayweather live on air, calling him out over disturbing allegations of intimidating fraud victims. The ESPN analyst, renowned for his passionate rants and unfiltered truthfulness, pulled no punches as he tore into the boxing icon for what he deemed one of the most shameful acts he has ever encountered in professional sports. With increasing reports hinting that Mayweather may have employed his influence and resources to suppress victims of suspected scams tied to his business dealings, Smith's fiery tirade delivered a crystal-clear message. Enough is finally enough.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3-4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back street.
Stephen A. Smith has personally witnessed the lavish lifestyle that Floyd Mayweather leads, and it's difficult to ignore the extreme luxury that defines his daily life. One of the most striking elements of Mayweather's wealth is his passion for exotic cars. It has been said that Floyd owns more than 100 vehicles, each one more costly than the last. From rare Lamborghinis to customized Bugattis, Mayweather's collection serves as a display of his financial achievement and love for high-end automobiles. The man's array goes far beyond what most could ever imagine. And Smith, having been close to Floyd for many years, has seen all of it firsthand.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Before getting into the specifics, it's important to understand the background of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mayweather turned professional in 1996. By the early 2000s, he had already cemented his status as one of the most technically gifted and talented boxers on the planet. His perfect record, impeccable skill, and tactical intelligence made him a formidable presence inside the boxing ring.
People hate consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain.
Yes.
And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose.
Right.
That's it.
Yes.
He became the villain.
Furthermore, Mayweather has faced legal action regarding his business practices. In 2022, he was included in a class action lawsuit claiming participation in a cryptocurrency pump and dump scheme, although the case was eventually thrown out. More recently, in 2024, a lawsuit was filed against him seeking more than $3 million in damages after he allegedly ordered his bodyguard to attack a man at a Los Angeles restaurant back in 2022.
Explain all that. How did that happen in your life?
What things happen? I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Mayweather's supposed betrayal of Devin Haney has sparked outrage inside the boxing world. Having once served as a mentor to Haney, Mayweather is now accused of sharing a carefully edited sparring clip that showed a younger Haney having difficulty against Gervonta Davis. The video, released right before Haney's important fight with Ryan Garcia, was seen by Haney as an intentional effort to shake his self-belief and give Garcia a mental advantage.
They go through maybe like a rough moment, like the people around them kind of start changing and things. And I know, like you said, you waking up in the mansion, the Rolls Royce, I'm sure 30, 40 people around.
Yeah.
Has that part happened where it was like people around you kind of shifted or?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think I just had to, cut the grass low.
The breakdown of the Haney-Mayweather relationship exposes a more troubling side of Floyd's small-mindedness. At a time when privacy should have been respected, Mayweather supposedly released confidential sparring footage of Haney getting outperformed by Gervonta Davis. That clip eventually reached Ryan Garcia, who then used it to ridicule Haney on social media, an unmistakable breach of trust and fair play.
Fellow American. Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather watched on as Davis appeared to dominate. So Haney has now issued a response on Twitter. Never did they post a chopped up edited video. 16-year-old and they're in there holding. My bet with AB Pops. Andrew and Broner, I presume that means. We bet Andrew and Broner Pops and he honoured it and paid. Ryan, we watched you quit and we will not and we are not the same and never will be.
Floyd Mayweather's former partner and the mother of his children, Josie Harris, once shared deep worry about how much he had changed, saying she never expected he would transform so drastically over the course of 21 years. She suggested there were deeper matters surrounding Mayweather that remain out of public sight. In a 2014 interview, Harris described feeling anxious just at the thought of seeing him, highlighting the emotional strain of their history together. Their son, Karan, also recalled witnessing a troubling event involving his parents, reflecting the family's ongoing private struggles.
So you've known Floyd since he was a little puppy.
Not a little puppy, but a teeny puppy. 21 years.
21 years, amen. Can you tell us some intricate stories about Floyd Mayweather and how he's grown in the 21 years?
He's definitely grown in these last 21 years. When I met him, he was, he still had his little thing, just going on, living in just a regular condo. I didn't see, him go from here to here,
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and former trainer, has expressed uncertainty about Floyd's recent life choices. He noticed that Floyd's tendency to purchase properties and dive into various business pursuits seemed scattered. Jeff admitted he no longer comprehends Floyd's actions, highlighting a widening distance in their relationship. He also observed that Floyd's current close associates have taken on a role more like family than his own blood relatives, indicating a shift in Floyd's personal bonds.
Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that to better his life, like buying homes and buying different things, and so I don't know exactly what he's doing. So I haven't seen him in quite some time, and I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Adding to the complexity, conversations on internet forums hinted that Mayweather's financial troubles could be connected to gambling or borrowing from Emirati figures. There was also speculation surrounding his travel between Israel and the UAE, with some proposing that his actions in Israel might have damaged ties with his Emirati lenders.
That the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Regarding custom, and I'm giving you my very good Mr. Mohammed Mandela. He say hi to you and most welcome in Dubai. And if there's anything from Dubai police, we are happy to share. Thank you so much.
Joe Rogan has publicly called out Floyd Mayweather's money habits, especially his pattern of ignoring tax duties. Rogan stressed that this kind of carelessness could draw the IRS's attention, which may lead to major legal trouble. He noted that no matter how rich a person is, failing to fulfill federal requirements can bring about serious fines and legal examination. This caution underscores the need for financial accountability and the possible fallout from disregarding tax obligations.
I owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats.
Floyd's extravagant spending is widely recorded. Reports show that he once dropped $5 million within a single week on properties and a new private jet. These kinds of expenses have prompted doubts about his financial health and what he values most. Critics contend that such behavior is aimed more at preserving a public image than at sensible financial management.
Of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada yada yada, it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality. You know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. There's something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the #1 boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching the sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And it's going to, and I understand the argument for those who may even present the argument that he's the #1 greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains, Floyd Money Mayweather and all of his accomplishments and all of the great things that he's done inside the ring, however, seems to be playing the same tune or acting in the same movie of a lot of boxers that make a lot of money and just go on a spending spree with it and fucking, you know, end up broke in their later years, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you think of some of the greatest boxers through the eons of time. You can start with like Joe Louis, for crying out loud. Joe Louis, this is a man who made plenty of money. This was the Brown Bomber. This is a man who had 12 straight years of reign in the heavyweight division.
Mayweather's strategy follows a buy low, sell high mindset, taking advantage of undervalued assets with the hope of future growth. although profits might be modest in the near term. Similar to real estate investment trusts that yield roughly 5 to 6% per year, the long-term potential, particularly with smart improvements and market rebounds, offers significant upside.
It was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. I looked at certain athletes' career and I said, I don't want to end up like that. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month every month on the 18th.
This investment highlights Mayweather's dedication to creating lasting wealth through property markets, channeling his boxing earnings into opportunities that provide both financial gains and legacy building potential. His faith in the long-term value of real estate, especially in top city locations, guides his investment choices.
In 36 months, of course, with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month. But
what investment is that?
Just in real estate.
I agree. I got you.
And I'm heavy in real estate. I'm real heavy in real estate. Even though, you know, I got my own liquid. You know, if that means cash. For those, I break it down in layman's terms. Even though I got a lot of cash. OPM.
Okay.
OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all credit.
In October 2024, Floyd Mayweather Jr. revealed a major move into real estate by signing a $42 million agreement to purchase more than 60 multifamily buildings in Upper Manhattan, which include around 1,000 rental units. The seller, Black Spruce Management, is a well-known name in New York's property market. This transaction was framed as an effort to supply affordable housing and broaden Mayweather's investment holdings beyond the sport of boxing.
All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners.
Nevertheless, later reports have cast doubt on how much Mayweather actually owns in this project. Although Mayweather stated he made a full purchase, property documents do not show a complete change of ownership. Specialists believe he may have only obtained a minority share with choices to grow later. His real estate company, Vita Properties, has not publicly verified the specifics.
You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings, and it's a larger, it's part of an investment that he did on his own.
That makes sense. Let you do the...
Mayweather Jr. recently responded to speculation claiming his $42 million property investment had caused financial difficulties. He insisted that he bought 62 buildings in Manhattan on his own, saying, "I used my own money and no one else is involved in this."
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vita Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely...
Despite Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s public claims of complete ownership over a $42 million real estate purchase in Upper Manhattan, property records do not support a full transfer of the title. Experts suggest that Mayweather may have only obtained a small share in the portfolio with possible options to expand later. Additionally, his real estate company Vita Properties has not publicly confirmed the details of the transaction, leaving how much he is truly involved uncertain.
I hope the $402 million ain't left his bank account yet, then. I remember Floyd was on a talk show. I think 50 Cent posted that as well. And he said something like, you know, they say, if you know how much money you got, then you don't really got enough money. So they say, if you know how many buildings you got, then you ain't got enough buildings. Como? Who told you that? I hope your real estate broker or investor, whoever handles this real estate, I hope they ain't tell you that. Because it sounds to me like, if you could go for that, then yo, you own 50. You own 50 buildings.
What is your take on Stephen A. Smith's fiery criticism of Floyd Mayweather? Do you think the blackmail accusations have any truth to them? Share your opinions in the comments section down below.